Runk.
What's up, guys, and welcome to a new episode of Congratulations. It's episode, whatever it is. It's episode 448, and thank you for listening. Thank you for being a member of our cult. Thank you for helping build the log cabin. It will be built one day, and we will sit in the tall grass and share ideas. I am in, St. Louis now. I'll be in St. Louis next, Indianapolis next. Actually, Fort Lauderdale this weekend for Father's Day. Irvine, California, Huntsville, Alabama, Miami, Florida, Houston, Texas, Salt Lake City. These are all the summer dates. Go to chrislea.com. And then, there's new merch here. I'm wearing it right now. I got the hat on. The Life Rips Camo debut and hoodie. So go to chrislea.com to get the merch. Actually, I love it. I'm not a hat guy, but I think, I'm a better backwards hat guy. But I'm not really a hat guy, but I was wearing that a little bit today. It's just, I feel like hats, you got to get used to it. It's like always, to me, I'm always thinking of it. It would be like if I was wearing a condom out and about. Like I'd be like, oh no, but it's, my penis is sheathed, and the hat's on. Now it's a lot less weird and pervy, but only because a lot of guys do it. They wear hats just all day long. People wear hats all day long. And so, that's what they do, and that's fine. I'm just not a hat guy, dude. And I remember when I first saw guys, when I was in the 80s, when I first saw guys wearing hats backwards, like it was cool. And I thought, that might have been the beginning of me. Because I go, oh my God, what is he doing? Right? Times have changed. And now I feel like, it's okay to wear your hat backwards. A lot has changed. I even feel like it's kind of okay to lip sync on a TikTok video, which is like when I first saw that, I thought my life was over. Do you know what I'm saying? It was just too much to see people dancing around like that and lip syncing, and now it's a legit job. Okay, and but it is what it is. I don't want to be the old guy now talking about how bad it is or how stupid it is, because I am. But it is. It's fine. It's fine. Keep dancing and singing, and the women will just keep on bouncing. Keep bouncing. We'll just keep on bouncing, and to get us interested in the first second of the video. That one is hilarious. I know I've talked about it before, but when the women are just like, "Hey guys," and the yiddies go nuts. So yeah. I don't know. Things are good. I was at the gym and I did my legs, so forget it. Okay, Quad Central, so forget it. Quad City DJs, so forget it. Remember that? At night, do they sing that one? At night, I dream of you. I want to be your lady, baby. If your game is on, give me a call, boo. And your love is strong, I'll save it all for you. No, Quad City DJs. Yeah, right? I think so. I don't know. Anyway, doesn't matter. Don't fact check it. Who cares? But I will say that song, when that came on, we didn't have iPods and stuff in the 90s. I go, oh man, hell yeah, it's on. Keep it on, dude. And nobody agreed with me. But I love the Quad City DJs, dude. What's Quad City? It doesn't matter. But nothing really matters, honestly. I predicted the Trump Elon thing, and people, I posted it, and I've been calling it. It's going to end in disaster, and people are just like, dude, everyone knew that. All right, okay, fine, dude. Okay, you can't win, period. You can't win. Okay, fine, you knew it too. Cool. What do you want from me? First of all, let me just say this. Where is it on your podcast in January? When did you say it? Who'd you say it to? Your wife at home? Who'd you say it to? A book? Did you say it into a book? Who'd you say it to? Okay? All I'm saying is I said it and I called it, and I'm the Simpsons basically. At night I dream of you. I want to be your lady, baby. Oh, it's gay when I sing it. But anyway, wow, clubbing used to be so dope, man. I just wear a mock turtle short sleeve shirt. Forget it. Mock turtleneck, short sleeve shirt. Like I'm so confused on what degrees it is outside, but just absolutely, just so yoked too, man. I was yoked when I was 22. I was yoked. Just put that blue. There's something a Puerto Rican would wear. You know what I mean? Just dressing in things Puerto Ricans would wear, tight, and just yoked at the palace. Just doing nothing, keeping it dry. But anyway, yeah. So I was talking to Wells Fargo on my phone because I don't like, I get they take caution and safety precautions and safety measures because they're always like, hey, my wife added her, I gave my wife a new version of the credit card and everything just got it was like, it's like I had to just, call 900 different people to make sure that I give her a thing and then all of a sudden no credit card works. So I'm like, what happened, dude? And she's like, I was in line. I was in line at Target and I had the card and so I realized, so I activated it. And so then when I activated it, I did it. And then it said I was locked out. And I'm just like, yep. Okay. I know. So anyway, now you can't use yours either, and your assistant can't use theirs, and then also we're late on our mortgage because of it. What? We have to move. Oh, we have to move to Austin now, like everyone else. Oh no, dude. So she did that, and then I called my business manager. I'm like, can you just deal with this? And she's like, you can't. You got to do it. It was that thing. And so I call, and it's just whenever you got to talk to somebody on the phone, period. It is just, I'm already mad. I got to get better at this kind of stuff, dude. I got to get better at this kind of stuff. But will I though, So I'm talking to this person and they're like, well, we need to verify you're you. And I'm like, all right, just ask me stuff. And they did. What's your mom's favorite fruit? And I'm answering and I'm getting it all right because I'm so good at knowing me. And then she's like, okay, what is your address? And I'm like, well, I've moved 50 times, so I have no idea. Well, what address is on file? I haven't talked to you since 1995. So what address are you looking for? And she's like, well, maybe could you say it? And I'm like, yeah, sure. So I say it and I say that one. And she says, I can't tell you yes or no. Hey, bitch, then what? What are we doing? So then no, right? Because if it was yes, we'd move on to my dad's car in 1985, right? So I say, is it that one? She says, I can't say yes or no. And I'm like, and I say, oh, okay, well then what? Well, okay, what about this one? Well, no. So I said to her, I said, well, so then what is that? I like whenever I get into these semantic fights with anybody but my wife, because I can do it full on, right? I don't have to worry about anybody crying. You know what I'm talking about? I could just become Mr. Hyde, and it doesn't matter because it's low cost. I don't know these people because what you're doing doesn't make sense. So let's figure it out, right? The both of us together. Now, you're the one not making sense, but good thing there's me. Let's both work this out and make sense of it. What? You're being silly and making zero sense. That's where I come in. So I say, well, if I tell you the address and it's wrong, what happens? And she's like, I just can't do it. I can't, we can't. So if I tell you the address and it's right, then what? And she says, I can't confirm or deny what your address is. And I'm like, all right. So I give her another address. And I say, is it that one? And then she says, yeah. Okay, so next question. I'm like, you're confirming that's where I live. Like, this is, like, what is how... Everyone's so nervous about someone getting stabbed, you know, or even worse, someone's gonna get sued. And I'm just like,
what the hell? Oh my God, no way.
And so I figured it out, dude. And I also now know where I live, so I can, you know, squat in my house for a while. Squatters. God, the squatting laws in LA are in California or whatever. I just like, if you're in somebody's house, what's the length of time that you should be in somebody's house before they get to, I don't know, put you on a wheel and throw darts at you or shoot you, you know? Because I'll tell you what, right now, if there's someone living in my attic or my basement or wherever, and I don't know about it, but if they're there right now, I'm so pissed off. I mean, I don't know, but when I do find out, I'm going to get so angry, dude. I don't think it's happening because I check. I see those shows like the Squatters, Frog show. What the heck is it called? Frog? There's like a frog. It's on a ID channel. It'll be like, this show is not nine seasons of guys living in people's houses and they didn't know it. And it's called like Getting Froggy with it or something. Get Froggy with it. And so they're just like up in an attic for 9 years with no toilet, just shitting in the attic. And then like 3 years in the family, the daughter in the family is like, Mom, what's that smell? And they're like, I don't know. And then like shit is leaking from the ceiling into the laundry room. They're like, I think Dad shits in his underwear. And if that's why the laundry. And then they realize that there's just like a 65-year-old man just chilling, free. You know, they say living rent-free in your head. Dude's living rent-free in the attic. That's amazing, dude. That is amazing. But what a frigging... When you talk about, when I think of like trauma, you know, like I watched that show, Predator, Killer of Killers. Did you heard about this? Okay. It's an animated show in the Predator universe. And I don't know. I put it on. It's one of those things I put on. I don't even know what I'm watching. I'm like, is this a video game or a series or a movie? Because there's like one that's 20 minutes and then it stops and then another one starts. So I'm like, oh, this isn't a series though. I guess it's an anthology. And I'm like, the whole time I'm just looking at it, and it's in the and the animation looks like, I mean, it looks like video games in 2011, kind of, but stylistically and also really good. And you don't realize that until like a minute or two into it, and you start going, this is really interesting. And so the whole story of the first one is amazing, dude. It's amazing. It's just great. Like I watched Final Destination 1 through 5, okay? All week. Getting ready for Bloodlines, baby. That's how I do it. And when it releases in July, I will buy it. Or I will rent it in August. Do you understand? Or no, I'll wait till it comes on Max, right? But so I watch 1 through 5 of Final Destination. Now, I'm getting deep into the weeds right now, okay? I am far from my point of trauma. Far. I know I brought up trauma. Then I started talking about a show. And then I started talking about what led up to me watching the show. And now I'm going to describe a movie franchise from the year 2000. So I'm sorry, but also this is what the podcast is. And then we'll get back to trauma, I think. Okay? And frogging. That's what it was. Frogging. The show on ID channel. I think it's called Frogging. Anyway. So I'm watching Final Destination 1 and I go, how? This is one of those movies. Because Bloodlines came out and I'm like, bro, I'm not watching Bloodlines until I watch all of them again, dude. I don't, you know what I mean? I'm gangster. When it comes to new reboots, Hollywood, I go, okay, Hollywood. Okay. I'll go back. How far back, dude? Oh, Nosferatu came out. Oh, really? I'll go watch the one in 1920. I'll watch the version in 1920. I'll watch that. And then I'll watch the one where the guy sounds like my old plumber. You have actually a crack in your pipe. I'm going to have to get the snake. The smell is coming through the drain in the shower, not the toilet. Nosferatu's sexy, isn't it? Pff. Just there is a leak. They should call Nosferatu. That's French for Chris's old plumber. It is seeping from the walls. If it is coming diagonally, that is a bigger problem, even though it doesn't seem like it. You would think vertical cracks are worse, but they are not. Because the water damage seriously affects when it is horizontal. It smells bad. I will fix it. Let me lower my jeans and bend over and get down on my knees. No homo. To fix the garbage disposal. Your dad tried to put wicker bamboo in the fucking garbage disposal. That was why you heard him say, God damn it, in the kitchen when you were upstairs playing Tekken 2. Anyway. Wow, he's deep in the weeds. So anyway, Nosferatu's sexy, okay? Period. And that's it. And he's sorry I am late. I got backed up, no pun intended. No pun intended. So Jesus. So okay, so now I'm watching Final Destination. And 1, I go, I'll watch it for Hollywood. I go back to 1. And I watch it. And I go, how this movie is ripe. Final Destination is a ripe movie. Maybe one of the ripest movies that you would go back and watch. Now, this is before I saw it, because I was ready for it, and this is what I thought. This is a movie that's just ripe, meaning I haven't seen it again yet. It is ripe for watching it and thinking, wow, how did I think this was good? Okay? You know that. You if you're 45, you watched the movie when you were 20, okay? You know you're going to go back and watch this movie a second time 20 years later, and you're going to go, oh, wow. What? Okay, you just know, because it's like a drink falls and then the water goes onto the electricity and then you know what I mean? The tree branch and then a wind and it's like. So I'm watching a movie and I watch number 1 and I go, all right, this movie is good like a Dean Koontz novel is good. You can kind of read it, but you know what it is. And it's not obviously The Godfather. I mean, it's not even, you know, it's not even that one with, it's not even what's the one with the Robert Pattinson? It's not even that one, you know, the vampire one. It's just like this is so silly, okay, and you know it. But it's I'm eating popcorn doing it, okay. I'm doing it. I'm watching it, and I go okay. The movie ends. I go okay. Final Destination, aka Final Destination 1. I approve of you. Let's go watch number 2 again. Okay. I go put on number 2 where the iconic logging truck breaks and it, you know, goes and it kills everyone. And I go, oh, hell yeah, I remember this. And then after that, I realize, dude, this is an awesome realization. I realize I haven't seen it. And then I know myself, so I go, wait a minute. If I haven't seen this one, I haven't seen the rest of them because I would never watch them out of order. And this means I'm going to have an awesome friggin' week watching these movies for the first time. Just standing on top of a mountain, just ready for the Final Destination. Beautiful time that I'm going to have this week. So I go, awesome. And I watch number 2. The drop-off is crazy, dude. Okay? Number 1 is what it is. It's fine. It's watchable. Number 2 sucks donkey balls. Okay? Just, it's crazy. So then I Google, what are the best Final Destinations? And the 2 that people say are the best are 5 and 3. So I go, can't wait for 3, because 2 was utter dog shit. And I turn on 3 the next night. It is far, far worse than 2. Far worse. Okay? So I go, this is the rankings. 1, 2, 3. All right? And that's also how you count. Okay? So I go to watch number 4 the next night. Bro.
Oh my God.
I stopped it and went to bed, dude. And then I got mad when I woke up because I go, they're going to really take these movies down. The drop-off was The drop-off was crazy. Okay? It was like this. And I go, I got to finish 4. So the next night I finish 4. By the way, 4 was when they were doing that 3D shit. It was so bad, dude. In like 2009 or whatever they were doing it. The 3D movies, they tried to get people to go see 3D movies again. Like we were all like idiots. You know? They came out with like all these horror movies so you could see like knives coming at you and like a blowtorch and you'd be in the theater and you'd be like, oh, wow, it actually feels hot. And so 4 is beyond. So, dude, it goes Final Destination, Final Destination 2, Final Destination 3, Final Destination 4, okay? So it's in order. It's also counting. So I go, this sucks. If you make a trilogy or beyond, and you can't make another good movie in there besides the first one, wrap it up. Number 4 was so bad. I love when they do this. They go, psych, we'll make it again. Because 4 was supposed to be the last one. Okay? Then they made another one in 2011, 2 years later, and I go, awesome. At least it won't be 3D. I put it on. It is in 3D. So I go, they didn't learn. And now I'm extra mad. So I go, I'm watching this whole fucking thing tonight, okay? Just fuming. And I watched it, and it is the second best one. He ranked them, folks. Dude, so it goes like this. 1, and only because it's 1. Because 5 arguably is... 5 is well done. It's kind of, it's all corny. But 1, 5, 2, 3, 4. Yes, dude! I ranked them. And now I'll see Bloodlines. And how mad am I going to get when it's bad because everyone's saying, oh, it's actually... Bloodlines?
Sensational.
So anyway, I watched it, and but I'm left thinking these are terrible. Okay, like first of all, what the fuck happened to Devin Sawa? The guy who's the lead of a huge movie, then is just like, peace. And just in no movies except Idle Hands after that. And who else was in Idle Hands? Jessica Alba. Oh, what happened to her? Oh, yeah, biggest star on the planet. Where the fuck is Devin Sawa? So I go, all right, this movie suck. And so one of the things that is on my suggestions is Predator, Killer of Killers. So I go, oh yeah, I heard this was kind of good. I'm going to play it. Boom, animated. What? Is it a video game? I don't know. Is it an anthology? What is it? So I'm watching it. So it's true. I only saw the first part of it. It's amazing. And this, it takes place in 800 AD. Okay. And my point is the animation is kind of funky to me. I'm like, I don't know if I can get into this. But then I go, it's so funny, this stuff you think about in your head, huh? Because I'm like, in my head, I'm like, well, if it's a good story, it'll get me anyway, dude. Right? And I'm on the couch, actively on the couch. Then you better get me Predator, Killer of Killers. So, it's about this woman, which I'm already pissed off, you know what I mean? Because this woman's fighting and killing everyone, and I'm like, dude, she would be annihilated, But it's a cartoon, so okay. It's about aliens, so whatever. I'm suspending my disbelief, but it's always annoying, like the movie Salt, Or what was the one with, Salt. The one with, that's the movie name, with Angelina Jolie. All right, dude. Hey, dude. Pusher. Or the one, what was the movie Alias, or the show Alias with Jennifer Garner? Hey, Pusher. Oh, yeah? She's the best spy? Hey, Pusher. Hey, mess up her apartment. So she's thinking about that all day on the job. I gotta clean it later, though. Oh, they got me. Somebody clean my apartment. That's why guys are good at that shit. By the way, besides the fact that they're so strong, they don't give a fuck about other stuff, They go, my place is messy. Anyway, gotta go to work. Fucking kill 9 people. Best spy ever. Anyway, dude. So this woman who is, I don't know how much I'm going to describe this show, but this woman who has her son, and she goes to find the guy who made. Oh, sorry, this woman's son, yeah, and she goes to find this guy to avenge because they made her son kill. They made her kill her father, her own father. And it's just horrible, and it's horrific, but it's animated. So I'm like, oh gosh. And then also there's these predators that are around, and I'm like, wow. I'm messing up what it's about, but it was just great, dude, and well done, and I'm in, and I'm emotional watching it. I'm like, wow, and I go, I wish they made this a movie, and then I'm like, no, I don't. This is great, okay. And it ends, and I think the difference between us, we can stand at the peanuts. But the difference between, and when I say I don't give a fuck, I really mean it. But the difference between Final Destination and then this thing is just, it's crazy that humans make both of them. But anyway, it's traumatic, the Predator thing. It's traumatic because she has to kill her own father because a guy says so, or he's going to kill her, and the father makes her kill him. And I'm just like, it's heavy, dude. Heavy. And it's traumatic. And I think about the trauma growing up if you had to kill your own, you know what I mean? Father as a 7-year-old, whatever the hell it is, you know? And I'm like, that's real trauma. I go, that's real, palpable. Like, you don't not think of that every day afterwards. Even if you aren't thinking of it, it's still in your coding, you know? Like, you might be at Whole Foods in line thinking, oh, yeah, I got to get also, I forgot she wants me to get a pound of turkey. But you're still like, maybe also I'll murder everybody in this Whole Foods. You know, it's in you, right? And so, because you know violence. And so that, to me, is real trauma. And right under that is some guy's been living in my attic for 9 months, and I didn't know it, okay? And that is frogging. You understand? Now, I came back and I did the whole, I got to it. So my ADD did not win that time. I did. But I went deep in the weeds and I came out of the weeds to finish what the point is I was trying to make. Yes, dude. God, that makes me happy, man. No, it makes me happy. It's all just language, though, you know? So, nothing matters. Like in therapy today, I said something about how, like in couples therapy, I said something like, well, yeah, we were talking about how Kristen, you know, takes care of the house a lot, and I do the other stuff, right? The working and the going out and getting the money and the you know, certain things I do with the kids, like you know, taking Calvin to the doctor or whatever it was, and she was like, well, I have to clean and I have to do this and that and I have to, and I said, yeah, sure, of course, I know you clean sometimes, dude. You would have thought, because I said sometimes, I called her a rotten bitch. Okay, now, even the therapist was like, he was just like, uh-oh. He said she cleans sometimes, and I didn't even think about it. I just kind of came out, you know. And I go, oh, yeah, or whatever. I mean, you do it, you know? And then she was like, sometimes. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know. She's like, well, now you're making me feel bad. And I'm like, no, I didn't mean it like that. And I'm like, dude, the thing you say, it's your mouth is here, okay? Your brain is here, dude. You think of it as you're talking and you just end up sometimes saying it. And it's the difference between that. It's that. You think it and you go, gonna say it, or you don't even think gonna say it. You just go, I'm already talking, I'm gonna say this word's coming out now, and then you do that, and then that becomes cemented into the session, and you're fucked. So I'm like, so now she thinks that I think she doesn't clean when she does clean, but I know she does. Okay, I know she does. And now the whole time I'm like, no, I know you do. I understand you do, and I'm just trying to backtrack from me saying fucking sometimes, dude. Yes, dude. Didn't get out of it. Didn't get out of it. And out of the session, dude. And I'm just like,
have you said thank you once?
It's just. So I go, all right, I'm going to work out. I did. And I fucking squatted, dude, because I made sure. I'll end the sentence there. I made sure. I made sure my legs knew what's up. But anyway, dude, you know, between that and the Wells Fargo thing, I just go nuts. We went to the beach, you know, like 2 weekends ago. And I keep thinking about this, actually. How does anyone living at the beach, for real, like, and I mean this, I live in LA. Well, I don't live in LA. I live close to LA. I live like, you know, LA-ish. Things almost never get done because there's this vibe of, hey, man, yeah, well, let's have a meeting. Let's do it. All right, cool. We'll have that meeting. You'll like have a meeting to set up a meeting, you know? Well, let's meet and then we'll talk about meeting. Or, you know, and also LA is the only place where you can like unmeet someone, you know? My friend and I would always say that. You could unmeet, you could just, hey, what's up? How you doing? And you're like, oh, I've met this guy 9 times. I guess I have to do it again. I don't know when I unmet him, but it happened, okay? I have to set a meeting to meet this guy again for the 9th time, right? So LA is like that enough. The beach, what I don't understand about the beach is how anyone gets anything done. If you're a few blocks from the beach and you live within a few blocks from the beach, nah. Dude, if I lived a few blocks from the beach or anywhere near the beach, I'd only have 2 specials. I'd eat only 2 meals a day. I mean, dude, the living there is, you just see people chilling, bro. Old men or young dudes in their front, you know, they don't even have a lawn. They're just in a wetsuit. It's like, what's your job? It's crazy. They don't, and then I'm like, maybe that's what it is. Like, because I could just buy a place in the woods, you know, and just be the Unabomber without blowing anything up. Just with a family man. Unabomber, the family man. The family man, you know what I mean? The family bomber, man. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm trying to figure out the thing. But like, I would just be in a place, and dude, my overhead is nothing. I don't have Wi-Fi, but I don't need it, dude. And I go, they probably got it figured out, dude. Beach living now. I understand they all got Wi-Fi and stuff. Like they all got the, you know, you can still walk to a restaurant, but it's just beach, dude. That's something about that beach. I don't know. I hate the beach, dude. It drives me bonkers. I talked about it already last time. I'm not going to talk about it this time, but yeah, I just then because I had also breakfast with my buddy who we were at the beach, and he like loves it, sitting at the beach and eating breakfast, and I'm just like, what the fuck am I, like Bernie? Weekend at Bernie's, just sitting there, and yeah, I don't know. There's too many people in this world, right? Can we all agree on that? And also bring back I think bring back bullying, because like you don't have to be really, really shitty. But when I think about everybody's feelings and like, oh, you can't say this, you can't say that, don't do this, don't do that, you know, this makes me feel a certain type of way. It's like at some point you got to be like, yo, hey, you're a pussy. Oh yeah? Did I say it like that? Deal. Dude, I don't like listening to music, okay? In the car especially. When I go and I'm driving and I'm with my kids, and you know, if the nanny's in the car and she puts it on, I get upset, but I leave it on. Do you know why? Because that's on me. I don't, you know, I know that there's that adonesia or whatever it's called, where you feel a certain type of way when music comes on, you hate it. That's me. I have that, okay? That's me. I can't be in a situation where I'm like, all right, all the music off, fucking off, because I have a thing. It's a condition, dude. I'm the piece of shit here. So I sit and let them listen to Puddle of Mud. Do you understand? I have to eat that shit. I've got to sit there and be like, all right, let's learn the words. They don't even make sense. Yay. That song. It covers my eyes. The shadow. I can't be wearing this. The shadow is covering my eyes. But so I'm just like, if think about this, you think Elon Musk wasn't bullied? You think they weren't bullied? You think he wasn't bullied? You think Jeff Bezos wasn't bullied? You think that these guys weren't bullied? Hey, dude, that's why you have Amazon. That's why because there were pieces of shit kids bullying other kids. That's why you can get Q-tips tomorrow at 8 a.m. on your fucking doorstep. Okay? If we stop bullying, we will all nothing will happen in this world because nobody will have an axe to grind. Okay? How you think you got boss bitches? How you think you got boss bitches? Because a guy's going, haha, right, but what color's your pussy? Sure, you want to be a lawyer? Right. But what color is in between your anus and pussy? Axe to grind. You're welcome. Hey, dude, the lady who started Dry Bar. You're welcome. You know, the lady on Shark Tank. You out, dude. You think the way Elon Musk talks that people weren't like, oh, here the fuck comes Elon. Elon, his name was. Bro, I don't know what they called him. They definitely bullied him. You're welcome for getting to where you need to go without having to touch the steering wheel. Okay? Because if we stop bullying, all this shit goes away. It all goes away. We stop innovating. Bro, you think that I wasn't made fun of? You're welcome for the podcast. You think that Danny didn't pelt me with tennis balls when we were playing butts up, even when it wasn't my turn? You think that he wasn't pelting me, and you think that I didn't take it. You think people weren't laughing at me. They were. You're welcome for the specials. This is how stuff gets done. Okay? This is why there are boss bitches. Okay? Jessica Alba probably had like a big nose when she was younger. You're welcome for the sustainable skincare. You know what I'm talking about? It's like it's either fucking school shooters or the ozone's depleted. Pick one. It's all bad. Anyway, dude.
For imprint, for certain.
Bring it back. You ever meet anybody successful? Right? I'm still kind of wondering if we live in a simulation. I don't know if we live in a simulation, though. I do think about that sometimes, though. But it is weird because the more AI and the more stuff that comes out, I'm like, if they could do this, they could make for sure an alternate reality or a VR and make it indistinguishable from real life. And then if they can do that, why haven't they already done that? And we are those people. And I just go, shit. Because sometimes I'll be just driving down the street and I'm looking out at the road and I'm like, how the fuck do trees not be falling down way more? You know? Some of them are so tall. And they just stand up. Okay. The extra tall ones even? They just stay up. And then people are like, yeah, but the roots, however the tall the tree is how low the roots go down under the thing. And that's why. No, dude. Fucking prove it. Fucking prove it. Why? Why? Oh, all the roots go that far down, that far. As high as the tree. Some trees are so, redwoods? Oh, it goes in the ground that much? Then it's coming out the other end and China's like, oh, what's this here? Dude, no way. Prove it. Why? Because some books say it? Bro, see, this is when I get on one, man. I just go, yeah, if we were not in a simulation, trees would be falling down way more. You see every now and then you see a tree, down. And you're like, come on, bro. I'm supposed to believe that shit. But I'm just like, I don't know. I think about that and I think about my kids and I'm like, man, I hope that everything's real. God, it was so... What is it about parenting where things are so heartbreaking but so beautiful at the same time? They're beautifully heartbreaking. They're tragically. You're honored to do these things. You're truly honored to do these things. Being a father or mother, and there are moments that are just simply both gorgeous and just a travesty, you know? Like, Calvin's 5, and he for the first time, I just hear him scream. It's like a different scream, right? Kids will scream, but then you hear a different one. You're like, oh, something's going on. Uh-oh, a gator's got him. Like, you know what I mean? You just go, oh, well, fucking something's up. I run in the room, and Calvin is just like holding his tummy, and he's like, I don't know. And I'm just like, oh. And I realize he is nauseous. And he's never really been nauseous before. I mean, he's been kind of nauseous, but this is coming out, and I can tell. And we get a trash can, like a little trash can, and he's just like, I'm like, oh, okay. So I see the confusion and the sadness in his eyes, and I'm so upset by it because I immediately I wish it was me. I wish I felt this, right? I don't want him to be going through this. And also, this is something that happens. This is something that people have to learn how to deal with. So I want to put my kid gloves on, but I also want to have him be able to get through this. Okay? So I step into the role where, oh, I'm honored to be here for this moment. And it's just heartbreaking to see his face go through this. Because he doesn't know what's happening. And I remember how that was as a kid. And I'm like, all right, buddy, so here's what you're going to do. And Kristen's there too. She's being great, right? But just from my POV, I'm saying, it's okay. This is what you're going to do. You've been a little under the weather lately. You might throw up, and that's okay. And he was like, "Dude, I don't want to." And I'm like, I know, I get it. I didn't want to when I was a kid either, and now I would not want to. And it doesn't happen as much when you get older, so that's a good thing. So you just got to get through it. Sometimes you throw up, and he was like, just scream. So I'm like, just put your face in the trash can. He's doing it, and he's like, and he's and he's kind of spitting up, and some came out, and he looks at me, and I will never forget this moment, dude. I really won't. But he looks at me and he says, "Am I done?" And I don't know. You know? I couldn't know less. I don't know. I've thrown up once before, and then I've thrown up all night before. So I can't do anything but tell him, you know what, buddy? I'm not sure, but either way, I'm here, and you're strong enough to get through this, okay? Now, that doesn't really help a 5-year-old, right? Especially when they're like, I just ate pasta. It was in me a second ago. Why can I see it now, right? And so it was 20 minutes of touch and go where he kind of spit up 2 or 3 times and kept on asking me if he was done. And I was just, the feeling I felt of that. This is why I just know that if somebody was squatting in my fucking house, I'd be toast. Because I can barely deal with this. If I had to 800 AD deal with predators, from another planet, and somebody asking me to kill my own father, I'd be fucking toast, dude. Because when you're a kid, you don't even think about your dad or mom in those situations, dude. You really start to value, or I start to value my parents in a different way. Having kids, it really did. It really did. I hug my mom more because I want her to know I appreciate her. I try to spend as much time as I can with my dad. And I do this because when I ask Calvin, or when I tell Calvin, Billy can't really talk yet, but when I tell Calvin, I love you, he just eats another cracker, and says, yeah. And I go, wow, I want him to say it back, but yeah, he's not gonna. And I remember not saying it back. So now I say it back. Isn't that crazy? God damn, dude. If you only could have known what you could have known. But yeah, that's wild. And so like all of those feelings together, I go, if there's a fucking simulation and I have to feel all of that, that's bullshit. That's completely unforgivable. Whoever the creator is, right? The creator, and I'm talking about the technical creator, not, God. Whoever that technical creator is above, working everybody in the Nebuchadnezzar or whatever the hell it is. No, I'm talking about the Matrix. But like, you take that shit. That, I guess life has meaning in that way. But if life has meaning in that way, and I'm hooked up to a fucking process, you know what I mean, like a Pentium, I'm pissed then, dude. If life has meaning that way, then let me live life, dude. I swear to God, there better not be a simulation. Yeah, it is what it is. Let's look on the docket here, see what I have. Let's look on the docket, babies. Let's look at the docket, babies. Oh my God. This was great. Tom Cruise eating popcorn. How long has Tom Cruise been a person?
And tomorrow night we are awarding Tom Cruise the BFI's highest honour, which is the BFI Fellowship.
Look the way he's... Look at the way he's eating popcorn. Hold on.
my YouTube channel at some point. And tomorrow night, we
Throwing it
are
in,
awarding
falling.
Tom Cruise.
It's like
the
an
BFI's
alien is
highest
dressed in
honor,
a Tom Cruise
which
suit.
is the BFI Fellowship.
That is just nuts. Bro, he's holding a bag of popcorn and a microphone in one hand. And then tossing popcorn casually from the bag into his mouth and missing 40% of it. It's just so, talk about Mission Impossible. Bro, I'm supposed to believe this guy's Ethan Hunt? Guy can't even get the popcorn in his mouth. The face, bro. His face with his front tooth is amazing. I love people who miss the point here. On the comments here. Someone said, all dads do this. No, they don't. No, they don't, bro. I'm a dad. I don't do that. I do not do that like that. Okay. What's new with Trump and Elon? Elon said Trump is in the Epstein files. And I'm just like, yeah, okay, no shit, dude. There's 85 pictures of them together, okay? And what does that mean he went to the island? Yeah, maybe. And if he did, does that mean he did anything fucked up? No, it doesn't. But, it's like the Diddy thing. Like everyone's like, well, LeBron was at the parties. That doesn't mean anything. He was probably just pretending he was reading books, Like, just because you went to the party, Ashton Kutcher went. Why is he so silent? Because, dude, he just fucking shut up, dude. He just, So when you hear the Epstein, and look, I'm not, everything's political now, and that's everybody's identity online, which is super fucking annoying, whether you're liberal or conservative, whether you're a Trump person or not. And it's just like, he might have been on the Epstein files. And also, maybe he didn't do anything nefarious. Maybe he just went and had no fucking idea. Maybe. Who knows? It doesn't look good because of Jeffrey, what he did, right? But Elon is like, that's the real reason why they won't come out. That is not surprising at all. That was why I thought they weren't coming out. Because remember, they were like, they're coming out tomorrow. They're coming out tomorrow. And Trump got to be president. They're coming out tomorrow. They're coming out tomorrow. And my friends would be like, oh, they're dropping them tomorrow. And I said, no, they're not. There's too many powerful people in there. Whoever did those fucking things on that island, they should be beheaded, right? Or whatever it is. But like, just because George Clooney went or whoever, I don't know who's on it, doesn't mean, he was just like, what? Some guy has an island? Oh, cool. I'm on ER. I'll go. Fuck it. So crazy for Elon to say that, though. But, dude, they're acting like chicks, dude. I mean, Elon is probably, well, I don't know. He's so rich, so I don't know if he could be fucked. But you don't want to get on the bad side of fucking Trump. He'll just sue you into oblivion. I said it. I don't think it's going to end well. I don't. I mean, if think about if this were in Russia, dude, Elon would have fell off a building. You know what I'm talking about? Elon would have whoopsie daisy, choked on his risotto, whoopsie daisy, if you know what I'm talking about, right? Okay, that's it. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for listening. Sign up for our Patreon. It helps produce this show. Patreon.com/ChrisLea. And get tickets at ChrisLea.com. I'm coming to your city. Thank you very much.